I didn't want to address this because I never have to address it, but now I in the mood. A lot of people they ask if I want to release more music or if I want to do like one mixtape, but the answer is never. Well, I know I say never because maybe I do like a few live performances or so for just YouTube, but in terms of restarting a career, no. And the reason for that is very simple but very amazing. I have 2 kids, right? One small baby whom is very demanding and one teenager. Right now, it's his time and he has all these goals. So basically that like I have to walk him through and advise him, and I'm very excited to experience this with them. I am not leaving my kids to go out there to pursue no career, especially the Belize. Because the Belize, they're not willing to pay on 20,000, so fuck that. And I don't want to beg or chase nobody to play no music or to get one space for a performance. That is why you should have, like agencies and managers and a whole team. But unfortunately, the Belize they don't pay you enough to could afford all of that as one artist. And I'm also not going abroad to chase nothing. I don't even like the abroad like that. I have to invest in my kids, my health, and my personal fulfilling goals. So I don't have money for waste. And before it was a phase that me was hobby, and I don't pass that. So all of that. No, this is not for bash Belize music industry, if you want to call it that. This is just my reality. And then I'm in a much happier place, and I've accomplished a lot more, and I'm very fulfilled. I'm going through a process. I'm not there where I want to be yet, but the journey is fulfilling. So that's our part I did. Like, I teach myself to paint, which enabled me to gift my brother that lives abroad a beautiful painting, our scene in the Super Mario game series. And I'm just proud of myself to do that. So for me, it's more about these fulfilling stages where I'm at in my life. Now, when it comes to the one where you talk and whole pile of rat that I feel, I chose what I chose. For not continue waste my finances, time, energy, and all the extra things for the food with that. I'm not trying to discourage the rest of you because some of it is really good. Because that's what you really want to do. I don't really want to do that like that. Okay? I want to choose when I want there on late at night because I love my bed. Okay? Now, with me doing content creation, which I have always done because I'm more the focus on the content creation part of the music. It don't cost me nothing for do that. It don't cost me nothing for press record, give an advice, or press record and do whatever I do because I don't have script, I don't act, none of that. Everything where I post up that real shit. And I don't know what I can't act. I don't want to act. I have an issue with not being myself. I have to be myself. So, you know, cost me nothing for just the content. So I choose this path and I want to do it when I want. So if today I'm tired or I'm busy or I got my own shit what I try to do, I know I pick up my phone. You understand? I have creative control over what it is that I do. I don't have to explain none of this. But I realize that my experiences, which have been many, is like an advice for people who are kind of confused, what they want to do. You know, like when you're younger, you might think you want to do something, but when you get older, you realize that not that important. This more important. So it's a part of a maturing process. Your frontal cortex develop and all of that. So you might change your mind. Like people change paths. Nothing wrong with that. Fuck people would think like, oh my god, I tried this, I never work. No, sometimes you just change your fucking mind. And then I was never the one to care what people say. only when I'm younger, and I never had that much control over my emotions. But as I mature, like, I don't give a fuck. So people could say whatever. So this are not really in response to people when me say Ras. This is more like an one insight or advice for the younger people. And then, like, I look at a lot of other, not I cannot say other. I look at a lot of artists, whether they're Belizean, American, whatever. They have to put up this facade or this fake persona to show that, I don't know whether they try to show, but it's like, yo, whatever, and they have to go what kind of swag and that type of shit. And people like, I don't want cancer. I can't do that. I can't be fake. I can't put up a front. None of that. And then one lot of what I made do before was controlled music wise, right? So some of what I put out, I wrote some of the lyrics. The person where I made deal with corrected it and whatever, because that a person I made invest in money, which I mean I had to understand, but then at the end of the day it's like, that's what I mean when I say I got control, because then sometimes you have other people involved and so you can't just do what you want. So I chose the path that suits me, will keep me happy, and it works for my children. I have a lot of time to get this done, that done, organize myself, organize the plans for my children. I even sometimes I even get overwhelmed. I have so much personal things to do, but I get it done and I have time to get it done. Plus I want to date my man, so I don't have time for the run about left my man. Okay. So no could stop Sarah's now. Or if you don't want to continue, but you don't know the story or piece of the story, because it's a lot, but